You're going to be writing a book. One of the first things that you concern yourself with is who is your target audience. I'm an author and a teacher. My debut novel, Sky's End, is getting published in spring of 2024 by Peachtree Teen. And I'm going to run a whole series of videos on writing a novel. If this interests you, then you might want to follow me along for more. Now, target audience is really important when you're writing your book, and there's several reasons why. It's especially important if you want to get traditionally published. If you want a publisher to pick up your book, they need to know where your book is going to go on the shelves. You can't just say, my book is for everybody. Fortunately, if you go into Barnes & Noble, you go to the library, there's no everyone section. Books are separated by their genres and their age categories. You have young adult, you have middle grade, you have picture books, chapter books. All those are going to be covering like children's literature, and then you go to your adult literature. You still have fantasy in there, but young adult fantasy and adult fantasy are two different things. Be mindful of the content that you're writing. If it's an adult book, then it may not matter as much, but if it's a young adult book, then your content does start to matter a little bit. Another thing to consider if you're writing for children, anywhere all the way up to young adult, that generally teen readers or young readers like to read characters that are similar age as they are, maybe slightly a little bit older. So like a kid who's reading middle grade books and they're 11 years old, they might want to read a book starring a character that's 13 years old. Generally, if you're going to be writing children's literature, you probably don't want to have like an old man as your main character. Kids like to see themselves in their characters, and so they're not going to relate as much to an old man. It is possible, but it's much more difficult. If you're writing anything adult, then really anything is fair game. Whatever it is you're writing, just make sure it's something that can fit on a shelf somewhere. Booksellers are going to know how to market the book, your publisher is going to know how to market the book. All those things are going to be really important.